Hey y'all, welcome back to the kitchen. It's midweek and I am hungry. So I'm doing something different. I haven't made this recipe yet, so I don't even know what it's going to taste like, but hey, I trust in my cooking skills. We're going to try it tonight. So I'm making a chicken chickpea fettuccine pasta. Plant-based chicken. But I want to take you along for a ride because I'm using a brand I've never used before. I've seen it and I was curious and I was like, you know what? I'll just, you know, get it and see what it's like and try it. And if I like it, I'll keep cooking with it. Okay, so I'm going to take you through just the walk by and then we're going to go ahead and start cooking because my water is boiling for my pasta. And I've cut up a few things already, just prepping. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm doing. So I have if you've seen me make pasta before, you know the base that I use is a coconut cream almond milk mix, okay? So I have that ready. It's unsweetened, okay? I have my chickpeas. They are already drained and washed. And I only use 1 can of chickpeas. Now you can use dried. Of course, you have to cook them before you do anything with them. But for this meal, I wanted something quick, but hearty, because there's quite a few vegetables in this. So I just wanted to make sure that I brought in the protein too. So here we go. We got our chickpeas. I've already cut up some green peppers, red onion, and I have some shallots that I had left over. So I went ahead and cut those up. I have some tomatoes that I'm going to add to this. Now, I know you see that Parmesan cheese there. This is not vegan. It is vegetarian. But I do have a plant-based Parmesan that I do use from time to time. I don't have any, so I do have this. So that's what I'm using tonight. So my tomatoes. And then I saw this plant-based chicken that I was curious about. So we're going to try that tonight. Hopefully it doesn't mess us up too much. I don't know anything about the flavor. I've never had it. Okay, but we're trying it tonight. And then, of course, I have my nutritional yeast. I have some broccoli florets that I've already cut up and washed, and they're ready to go. I may cut them down a little bit smaller. We'll see as the meal progresses. And then, of course, I'm using fettuccine pasta. That is what we're doing tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and put my pasta on because, as you can see, I got the steam going. That water is ready. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and drop our pasta in. Now, the last time I made pasta, yes, I did break some and put them whole in there, but I'm not breaking anything tonight. We're doing all the pasta whole. I'm just going to drop it right on in there. And then we're going to check on it from time to time, okay? I think there's a couple pieces left in there. All right. So, that's the pasta. Now, we're going to go ahead and add in, I believe our oil is hot here. We're going to go ahead and add in our veggies, and then we're going to cut up some tomatoes. I may switch tripods here in a minute, but I got to clear out some of that space over here, so that's what we're going to do first. All right, so everybody in the pool. All right. Now, with the way this is going, our lovely plant-based chicken pieces, they are frozen. So I've let them sit out for a minute. They should be partially dried. But again, we're going to work with what we have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and toss them in there as well so they can start cooking with the onions and the shallots and the peppers. So just so you can see them. Like I said, this is new to me too. I hope they taste as good as they look. Okay, so they look just like this. Okay, and there's quite a few in here. So I'm going to drop them in there, and that'll be their cooking and thawing at the same time. And I believe they're already kind of pre-seasoned. So let's see. All right, but you know I'm going to add a little sprinkle of something on there, okay? All right, so now that we've taken care of a little bit of space on the counter, let me show you this. That's what they look like, okay? So we're going to go ahead and let them cook. All right? And I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper to them because, like I said, I don't know what they taste like. However, it does say that per serving it's like 400 on the sodium. So I don't think I'll need to add too much salt, but I'll taste it as it goes and see how this turns out. All right. But it's definitely getting some pepper on it. We're not having the pasta without the pepper. Okay, so let's do that. It smells good. It smells really good. And of course, I'm gonna put some of that onion powder on there too. All right, so while those are cooking together, I'm gonna also drop in my chickpeas too. This is a quick pasta meal. All right, but I'm gonna switch tripods because I really want y'all to see what I'm doing. Now that we've got a little bit of space here to work with. Those tomatoes, because they are soft and they don't need a whole lot of cooking time, I'm gonna drop them in there once everything is just about done, okay? Let's move our lid here. And I'm gonna bring you over. I figured out what I did. We're not even gonna worry about it. That's what editing is for. Okay, so now that we're on this side here, you can get a chance to see exactly what I'm doing. Let's move this out of the way so we can get in here. All right, so it's cooking now. I like it when it gets a little char on the bottom because once we add our cream to it, it's gonna pick up all those little bits and pieces at the bottom. But as you can see, it's kind of cooking up just like regular chicken. So we'll see how this goes. Like I said, it smells good. And I haven't done anything but just put some onion powder and pepper on it. So it looks good. So we'll see. All right. So now let's go ahead and add our chickpeas. We're going to go ahead and do that. Let you see that. Okay, we're going to mix those around. Now, I am going to go ahead and add a little bit of complete seasoning to this. You already know. Stir that pasta a little bit. Make sure people aren't sticking in there together. Let's add some complete to that. Just a little bit. All right. Oh, yeah. This looks so good, y'all. It smells delightful too. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and toss my broccoli in. Hopefully the pieces the size that I have it in is not too big, so we'll see. But if you know broccoli, you know it's going to cook down anyway. So let's just see how this goes. Hopefully it'll go just the way that it should. All right. So I brought you up just a little bit so you can get a better view, front part, to see exactly what I'm doing here. Okay. I'm going to let this steam just a little bit. This is a very hearty pasta, okay, y'all? It's got everything in it but the kitchen sink. Literally. All right. Now what I want to do, I want to go ahead and add in our cream base so that can also cook with everything. And I'm hoping that the juices and everything will also help to, it's already kind of thick, but to help bring that flavor in and also to help it get a little bit thicker too. Now, I'm not measuring this. I'm going by sight. So, usually when I do my pasta sauce, I try to get it where it's at least covering most of it. Not watery, but enough to make sure that it has enough to cook in, but enough sauce to go over our pasta. So, I would say that's about almost 2.5 to 3 cups. Almost 3. Probably about 2.5. Okay, so this is what I mean. I want it creamy, but I don't want it, you know, too runny, because all of this should help thicken it up. And then once I add the nutritional yeast to it, that should also help balance out some of that too, okay? So, because this is pasta, we're gonna do our onion powder, a little bit more of that. We want that flavor. I'm gonna add some garlic in here too. Okay. Now, for those of you that don't know, I've cooked pasta before, so I typically like to use a little bit of sunshine seasoning in here, okay? And if you don't know what sunshine seasoning is, shame on you. Okay, we add that. A little bit of parsley. And then once I'm done, I'm gonna hit it with some parsley too. I just think fettuccine and parsley just looks so, you know, just like you're eating an expensive meal. It looks delightful, like you just want to eat it all up, okay? Anytime you see a white cream pasta and it has like all the different, you can see the seasoning, that you can see the love in it. I think parsley just adds that finishing touch. Okay, so I wish y'all could smell this. Oh my God. Woo. It smells so good. It really does. Okay, so now we're going to do that nutritional yeast. Okay. And again, I'm not really measuring because I do want to have a cheesy taste. So that was, I'm going by the little spoon. So that's, if we're doing teaspoons, that's about 4. Here's 5. Because it is cheesy, remember that. Okay, so that was, I think it was 6 or 7. You guys watching it, you can count it. It was about 6 or 7. Okay, so we're gonna mix that in. It smells so good. All right, y'all. Now I'm gonna hit this with some complete. We did it at the beginning. We're gonna add a little bit, but I wanna taste this first before I put any more seasoning in here, just to make sure we have the right flavor, okay? Grab a spoon for tasting. Let's see what we got. Baby. Oh my God. Woo! That's good. Okay, we're gonna let that simmer for a little bit. That is good. Wow. Okay. I know what we're doing. I know what we're doing. All right, our pasta's still cooking. Now I'm gonna add in my little tomatoes. That is delicious, y'all. Woo. Okay. All right. I got our baby tomatoes. I'm gonna use 3. I'm gonna keep this for my little salad tomorrow, or I might make an omelet tomorrow, so I'm not gonna use up all of that. Save that little baby for tomorrow. Let me give these a little quick rinse, and then we're gonna add them to that pasta. think we got us a good meal, y'all. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Okay, they're still baby, so let's do this. Cut off the little tops. Okay, now, y'all know me and these. I don't want all those seeds in my pasta. So we're gonna squeeze that out, just like that. These are so easy, because they just, this will probably make a good tomato juice. Okay, get all that out of there. We just want the tomatoes, okay? I'll do this, no big deal. They're so little, oh my gosh. But they are so sweet, they're so good. Like this, with a little bit of salt and pepper. Or tomatoes and cucumbers. Get me started. There we go, y'all. Now, let's hit it over here. And I can see that our lovely pasta is starting to thicken, which is wonderful. Oh, I wish y'all could smell it, because it smells really good in here. Wow. This is a full circle pot of pasta that we're gonna have here. Everything's in here. Oh my gosh. All right. So now that we have that, I'm gonna add a little bit of the Parmesan in here as well. And as it's cooking, it'll melt this. One thing with Parmesan, anytime you're having a meal like this, or any dish that you're using Parmesan in, you really want to just add a little bit at a time, because what'll happen, it creates this little cheese ball. Don't ask me how I know, because I've done it. It'll create the little ball in there, and it's hard to get it to unmelt, get it to melt down and unravel. So add a little bit at a time. Now, when I use it with the vegan Parmesan, it tends to, you know, melt a little bit better. But of course, you still just want to, I still recommend adding a little bit at a time. And just mixing it all around, letting the heat take care of it. So that you can get that nice flavor throughout your sauce. And you don't have just pasta over here and a lump of cheese over here. So it should mix in very well. Guys, this looks amazing. Let me tell you. And like I said, we haven't tasted it yet, but we're going to. We're going to give this a taste, honey. Yes. To me, it has everything that I would need in it. It has my B vitamins. You know, you get some nice nutritional value from the onions, the shallots, the peppers. You got some vitamin C with those peppers. Then you got the broccoli. Come on, y'all. The tomatoes. Everything's in it. Kitchen sink pasta. That's really what it should be named. Kitchen sink pasta. Oh, man. This looks really good. Okay. I think we've added enough cheese in here. I'm going to wash my spoon and give this one more taste. See where we're at on flavor. And we got us some pasta, y'all. All right, it's the moment of truth. Let's see. Oh my God. Here, you have some. I can't wait to taste that full circle with the fettuccine, but that is slamming. That's good. Oh my. Mm-mm-mm. That's good. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is delicious, y'all. And I'm not saying it because I made it. I always have to clear the air with that. I'm not saying it because I made it. It really is delicious. Anybody that knows me, if I've cooked for you, you know I don't play around. I'm telling you it's good, it's good. Okay? So, what I'm going to do now is do my little topping and dress it with my parsley. I don't have any fresh parsley, doggone it, but that's okay. So typically how I finish my pasta off, I wait until the noodles are done and I do a whole pot. Um, I used to separate it, but when you have a sauce like this, you just really want to throw everything in there. So let's make sure these noodles are done. Oh, they look done. They look real done. Yeah. Now, I did make quite a bit of sauce, but let me tell you something. What I don't use in here, because I won't feel this crazy, what I don't use in here, I will put aside and I will refrigerate it and then make some additional pasta for leftovers. So it won't go to waste, trust me. And if my mama's watching this, she may knock on my door here in a minute. All right, so we're gonna grab a noodle out of here and try to do this without burning my fingers off. Ooh. And I'm gonna keep this noodle, but I don't think they're all the way done yet. And that's fine. Oh, well, maybe so. It's hot. Mm-hmm. Al dente. We got it, y'all. Okay, so let me get my strainer. We're going to strain this. Wow, that's good. I love pasta. I remember when I was a kid, I used to take the pasta by itself, put a little bit of butter in it, a little bit of pepper, and a little pinch of salt. And I would eat it like that. Don't ask me why. I just did. In case y'all wondering, I am getting a facial. A real good one. Whoa. Pasta life. All right, y'all. The pot is empty. Oh my God. I have to bring this over to you because it is going in here. I don't know, like I said, if I'm going to use all of it. I think I'm going to put the pasta back in here first and then see the ratio between the sauce and pasta. The sauce and the pasta. But I want you to see this. Look at that. You know, it almost looks like broccoli cheese. Oh my God. When I tell you, oh my God. Okay. All right, pasta time. Back in. Oh, yes. I tell you, I cracked myself up in the kitchen. Okay, so now we're gonna add the sauce to this. Okay, we're gonna try to do this gently. Okay, that looks about right. Now let's get some of the goodies out of here. And like I said, whatever doesn't make it in here, it's okay because it will get eaten. This looks just about right here. Okay, so this is almost a two-person serving that's left. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is the ratio. So I'm gonna add a little bit more sauce from here into here to make it a full, oh, goodness gracious, y'all didn't even see any of that. Let me do it this way. All right, so I'm gonna add the ratio, a little bit more sauce in there to make sure that we have enough to cover. And then that is the pasta, because again, I don't want it too runny, but I don't want the pasta too dry. I actually want to, you know, get some of the sauce from it. But the one thing I like is a nice creamy pasta. I don't want it runny. Okay. All right, y'all. Whew, we're gonna try this too. All right, so the finishing touch on that beautiful pasta is the parsley, like I said. Okay, now take a look at that. All right, I'm gonna go grab me a small bowl here because I can't wait. I am not waiting because this is calling my name. Okay. Oh my gosh, this looks good. Ooh. Make sure we get some of that plant-based chicken. And if you're just a little bit extra, of course, you know, you can add your little extra Parmesan cheese on top and, you know, do all those things. I'm trying to make sure I get all of the veggies. I want a little bit of everything. Because it's a little bit after 5, and this is my last meal of the day. So if you're just now watching me, I do intermittent fasting, but I do it, I stop eating my last meal at a certain time of the day, and then that's it. So I don't have another meal until the next day. On average, I usually fast between 10 to 14, 16 hours. It just depends on what's going on, but the average is about 10 to 16 hours that I actually do a fast. Okay, so I'm gonna leave my spoon right here for just a second. Put the lids on these pots, and then once this cools over here, I'll transfer that into another container and refrigerate that. But guess what I'm getting ready to do? I'm gonna add a little bit of Parmesan cheese on here. Yes, I am. Okay, and because I'm a little parsley fanatic, just because you're watching, do that. Okay, so look what I have, y'all. There it is. Ooh. Okay, so the truth is about to be told. How does it taste? Well, oh my God, look, y'all. Okay, so here's that plant-based chicken. See that? This is so hot, and I'm not gonna kill myself here. But I'm gonna get a piece of that broccoli. And see how we did it? The broccoli is not totally like mush. You actually get to pick your broccoli up. So it's good to kind of do your veggies in order, so you're not, you know, making everything like a pile of mush. You want to enjoy what you're eating. So if I'm eating broccoli, I want a chunk of that broccoli. If I'm eating spinach, then, you know, so on and so forth. Okay, so all right. This might burn my mouth, so I'm gonna just slide over here. This is good. Hold on. The plant-based chicken, I know y'all are wondering, does it have the texture? It has the texture of, if you've had plant-based chicken nuggets, it has the texture of that. But it's all right. It's really good. Now, what I'll have to do is try it again by itself to see what it actually tastes like on its own without any manipulation. But the idea is there, and the texture is there. The flavor is definitely there, okay? This is really good. I'm getting ready to grub, y'all, and I gotta clean up. But This, I'm not left-handed, but I just want y'all to see. This is super delicious, okay? It's so good. That's delicious, y'all. And again, I'm not saying it because I made it. It is really good. Here y'all go. So, if you like what you saw, make it. You know, and if you don't like that brand, if you tried and you don't like it, that's, you know, that's fine too. But any plant-based chicken will do. You can just do it like that. Get your broccoli. And you don't have to use broccoli. If you want to use spinach, you can do that. But load it up with some good veggies. The chickpeas, if you decide to just do that, that's good protein all by itself. All right. So I hope y'all enjoyed my video. Enjoyed this recipe because I'm enjoying it now and it is super good. But check it out. The only thing I did not do, and I'll have to do this for you guys on one day, I didn't make any garlic bread. And I usually make my own. So I'll use my favorite butter, whether it's plant-based or I can't believe it's not butter. And, you know, I'll do my little seasoning, fresh garlic, cut it up, and then I'll, you know, toast it and all those things. So one of these days I'll make that for you. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and eat. I'm trying to be good, but I'm going to go ahead and eat. So I will catch y'all on the next video. Until then, go make you something to eat. All right.